After we talked what is leaving the meta, we now talk about what stays in the meta. We're gonna take a look what archetypes we might see maybe a little bit more in the future due to some other archetypes that rotate out, or maybe just some archetypes we maybe have overseen in the last few expansions but could see a comeback because they're just better favored right now. Greetings everybody and welcome to the chemistry of rotation. This is actually part 6. If you want to check out the other, you can do it right here and then you come back here later, or you can just stay because today we're going to talk about the Pokemon we have to get used to after rotation. And actually I wanted to make one big part about Pokemon and mechanics and trainer bot. I figured out it's better to make one part for the Pokemon so we can go a little bit more in depth about that. So, but it's still enough to talk about. Let's dive in. Okay, first we take a look at the current table at Limitless. I actually combined the archetypes here to make it a little bit more viewable, because like then you have like Charizard Pidgeot and Charizard Noctowl and maybe Dragapult Charizard, so I just make them all together. You can see we lose 3 of our top 5, but after that we have a lot of other established Pokemon here, like Dragapult. Dragapult is still on number 1 here because it's already solid. It might lose some support, yes, but it's still solid with all the things it has right now. I think the newest established archetype here is Absol with the Mega Absol box. This might has a hard time post rotation since it loses Turbo Energize. That could make things a little bit complicated. And another 2 are Kangaskhan and Mega Lucario, both Mega Kangaskhan and Mega Lucario. I think both of them are already very solid. Especially Lucario will get new support, or the whole fighting types will have more support soon. That's why I think Lucario is already in a good spot, and from the information we have right now it looks very good for Mega Lucario. And of course we have the trainer Pokemon here. In this case it is Zoroark, which has to be the most established right now. And Zoroark gets some new support too, but like that Athena and Concordia card is absolutely ridiculous. Like I don't know, but some other Ants Pokemon will be released. Of course we have Mani's Grimmsnarls too. I think Cynthia's Garchomp might be in a better place than before, also because of all the fighting type support we get in Perfect Order and Muniki 0. But I think the one who gets the best support right now is Yono. I think I mentioned this before once. Due to Canary, which allows you to get 5 lightning Pokemon in your hand, it is the perfect setup card for this archetype, because it has already draw support, it has acceleration, it only needs a huge setup card. And if you can get your hand on a Canary, let's go for it. That's why I think this could be one that gets a bigger push right now. But let's talk now about some archetypes we might have seen in recent time, maybe a little bit longer ago, or maybe completely overlooked it. We have Cerulege. I think Cerulege is already very solid with the Lunatone and Solrock engine. It has now it's so much better, and you have the one prize that you can just put and attack while setting up your bench and everything you need. Terra Box. Absolute salt. I think this is a deck that constantly delivers. It's like a little bit of a sleeper, but it constantly delivers. Not like completely top, but it constantly delivers, and that's will continue. I don't know about Joltik box. I think this will also fall off. Good, a good piece of it, because Miraidon goes out, and that was important for your setup. I think Hydreigon could see a return. I don't know why. I just hope for it. I guess that's it. Of course, we have Crustle, we have Conkeldurr, like some wacky stuff here. Conkeldurr, Crustle. I remember in Frankfurt when I've been to the regional, there was this guy playing Conkeldurr, and everybody was like, yeah, the Conkeldurr deck was like, I don't know, was it 6-0, I don't know, or 5-0. It was like completely crazy. Let's see how this turns out. Another one, of course, is Hydrapple. Festival lead, like Festival by itself, or with the Hydrapple, with the, how's it called, the Force of Vitality, exactly. I think we're in a good time for grass Pokemon. We're in a very good time for grass Pokemon. What we also are in a very good time for fighting Pokemon. We get nice support. We have, as I said, Cynthia's Garchomp, we have Lucario. One of my favorites right now is Mamoswine. Let's give it a try. I think fighting will finally get the support it deserves. Another archetype might be Archaludon, because we have very few cards for energy recovery. We have some, we still have some, but compared to pre-rotation, it's bad. It's really bad. That's why we might see it there. And I saw Empoleon, so I guess maybe I try to make some Empoleon Archaludon stuff. Or is Empoleon Mega Dream? I don't remember. But this could be something we might see in the future. And of course Raging Bolt, but Raging Bolt fall off so much month by month, and it just gets worse for it, because Sada goes out, and Sada is just too important for this deck, because you not just need the acceleration by Sada, but also the draw support, and you can compensate this with Crispin, but you just need so much resources for this deck, so the free cards you draw can be so crucial. I don't know how this might work out. I'm very I'm looking forward to this. So now it's time for my prediction. First of all, we lose a lot of big hitter. Yes, Raging Bolt will still stay there, but we lose a lot of big hitters, like Goldengo is out, Charizard is out, Drifloon, if you want to count this, to Roaring Moon, instant knockout. So the danger of your Pokemon getting swept in one round reduced. It's still there. Like we have an Alakazam, we have still Raging Bolt, we have even Typhlosion. So yeah, it's still there, but it's not so bad like that. Like you build up your Dragapult for 2 or 3 turns, and then boom, your opponent gets the Goldengo in the active and has the, what is it, 7. Yeah, it's a little bit much, but that's what you have to do if you want to knock out the Dragapult with the Goldengo. And I know a Goldengo is capable of doing that. And I think due to that, the people say we have a very diverse meta, and I think it will diversify even more because of that, because now you might have that one turn more to set up or just to attack, and you know you have that one turn, you know, like, okay, I have my fresh Dragapult out and I play, I don't know, against a Absol. Now Absol also is something like you can have the one turn knockout due to this, but it takes some resources for this. Let's go with Mani Grimmsnarl. So I have my Dragapult out, my opponent has freshly evolved the Grimmsnarl, Mani's Grimmsnarl, and I get an attack. And I know there are not. So we might see a little bit longer living Pokemon. Let's put it that way. Of course we have the item lock, the Frillish and Badoo and Jellicent and all of that. But we also have way too many ways to navigate around the item lock right now. It's like almost 1 year ago Badoo came out and it was terrorizing. Like this thing was like just terror. Yes, I can't put it bluntly, it was just everybody hate, but we found our ways and we get even more ways. But that's why I think item lock is still nasty, but we find our ways around that. I would say that the Pokemon post rotation who don't waste too much time on setup and have a good acceleration, in this case it has to be Zoroark, just by acceleration aspect. All the typing like Zindas Garchomp, Mega Lucario, Mamoswine, something like this, because we will see that energy management will be so crucial next year. It will. In summary, I can say that we will still see a very diverse meta. I think Dragapult will not have such a strong grip on the next few months. Just by now, I don't know, maybe some crazy new mechanic or maybe some new crazy new dragon support comes up, I don't know. But right now I think we have a very big pool of archetypes we can work with, and it's just gonna be better right now. I think of course we will have some dominance, but to be honest I cannot say right now which of them could be so dominant right now. I think if it would be Dragapult, but I think this will become a way closer race, we think right now, because Gardevoir was so present, and just with the inclusion of Lily's Clefairy, just of course we have Mega Diancie, or what's another big psychic Pokemon we have? We also have Alakazam, but if I look at that, it's, yeah, of course Mega Gardevoir, but I'm not sure if Mega Gardevoir really picked the people up like they wanted to. I think we will see a nice meta. I'm very sure, because we just need some support here and there, maybe some energy cards, some elemental energy cards like the rock fighting energy. I would love to do that. I'd love to see that. And we also have amazing supporter Pokemon. Like we still have Fast, we have the Ogre-Pons, we have Latias EX, Tatsugiri. Like we are blessed with great Pokemon, great supporter Pokemon, which you can just throw in the deck like a Fast. Fast is a perfect example for that. Like it can be put everywhere. Oh, I just see Flygon and Yanmega are also a option. And I mentioned the big damage output. We also will have Bloodmon Ursaluna still in this meta. That's why I think we have good times. I think when it comes to this, we will see good times right now. And that's it for today's episode of the Chemistry of Rotation. If you made it that far, don't forget to like and subscribe, because there's one more part coming next week where I finally wrap up all this series. And there's not much to say, but keep your deck stacked, your pulse lucky, and most important, have fun. Peace.